So when I was a kid, I remember my dad sharing a story about a guy who was so lazy. He didn't want to work, he didn't want to do things, and it turned out that he was so lazy that he figured the best way to not have to work was to work really hard and find really efficient ways to do things, and eventually just grew so successful because of that he was able to retire early. And this really got me thinking. I was thinking about, how I've operated in business and how my brain thinks now with this kind of thought that there's gotta be a faster way of doing things. And I always look back to that word lazy. Lazy is usually a negative term. And I wouldn't praise it. I'm not trying to start something new, but there are books like Great CEOs Are Lazy by Jim something. I'll put the link to that in the description. But it's a great concept that, if you have a certain level of laziness about you, then you're willing to find a more efficient way of doing things. And that helps you to succeed in business. Even Bill Gates is really famous for saying that if he wants to do something really hard, he's going to put a lazy person in charge of that project, because that lazy person is going to find the most effective and efficient way of doing that. Whereas, having a hard work ethic is a really good thing. But sometimes if you are just so willing to get in and grind and just do the hard work, sometimes you're not doing it the most efficient way. And sometimes it takes a leader who's willing to take a step back and just look and think, is there a more efficient way we could be doing this? And so, again, I'm not a fan of necessarily saying it's good to be lazy. I'm not a fan of saying that patience is a bad thing. I think patience is a great thing. However, sometimes being willing to say, I'm not going to do this way is a good thing, because it takes too long or it's inefficient or whatever it may be. And so in business, your job as a leader is definitely, I have to find a faster way of doing this. And so it made me think about my first business and a time where me and my business partner had to accomplish this big, tedious task, right? And this was before, we had great tools and automations to be able to just send a big blast email directly from your Gmail account. MailChimp and these other tools, you're not really going to get the same effect as if your customer gets a direct email from you at your business email address, and they know that it's from you and you've had conversations there. So we knew the most effective way to promote this special or this promotion that we had going on was going to be directly emailing our customers. And so we had about 300 people that we were going to reach out to. And my business partner and I decided to split that down the middle and say, you take 150 of them, I'll take 150 of them, and we'll both just knock this thing out. And it was going to take us a long time. So he just got to work. Killer dude, was just grinding, just knocking out email after email after email, one at a time. Had to copy their email address, paste it into Gmail, and then type in a subject line, paste in the email with the information, and make sure that we actually personalized it to them. So I immediately had this thought. I was like, oh my God, this is going to take so long. There's got to be a faster way of doing this. And so I didn't even start. I wasn't sending any emails at first. I was looking for a faster way of doing this. And, at the time, Zapier was probably the leading automation software. And so I was looking into some Zaps and some automations inside and trying to figure out, how can I do this? I know I can send an email in Gmail from Zapier. Is there a way that maybe I can link it with a Google spreadsheet and, copy and paste this email that I wanted to send to everybody? And, long story short, I figured it out, but it took me just as long as it took my business partner to send all of the emails. So he got done with all 150 emails that he was supposed to send in the same amount of time that it took me to build this automation out. The only difference was that I was able to click a button and then send all 150 emails within a few seconds. And this was a reusable tool that our whole team could use moving forward. And that just changed the game for me. It was like it unlocked this theory that if you slow down, then you might be able to speed up later. And so it makes me think of somebody that, says, I'm going to walk across the country, and you and I have to race, right? You're going across the country, I'm going across the country. The only difference is I'm going to build a car. or a bike or whatever kind of vehicle that I know that is going to get me there faster. It's going to take me longer to start this race, but in the long run, I'm definitely going to get there faster, and I'm going to be able to go a farther distance than you would be able to just walking. And so if you think about business through this lens of there's got to be a faster way to do this, then you're usually going to find a faster way to do this. And so my challenge for most people in business is if you're doing anything repetitive, if you have to do it more than once, just take a step back and just ask yourself that question. Is there a faster way to do this? And that is one of the things that we do at our company at Madewell, right? Is we sit with people and we just take a look at your systems, your tools, your workflows, and we figure out, is there a faster way to do this? And this is where we implement things like AI and custom software and automation. But our number one goal is to give you back your time. And so, I love going through this process and this journey of, can we do things more efficiently? Again, I don't think the word lazy is necessarily the best word, but if you think I'm not willing to do that, either because I'm too lazy or my time is too valuable or whatever it may be, it usually will at least start you on that journey of figuring out what's the fastest way to do this task. So big challenge for you guys out there that are doing anything in business. You don't have to be a business owner. You could just be working in your regular job. But if you ask you that question, if you ask yourself, is there a faster way? Is there a more efficient way to do it? Then you'll usually find it. And if you need help, just reach out to us. We'll make sure there's a link in the description so you can just reach out to somebody on our team. We love this process. I'm super passionate about it. We literally exist for nothing more than to give you back your time, and would love to chat with you more about that.